All right, let's blast off. Light news to deliver much needed goods to unhoused people. Hayır baba. Oh my God. My dad's like, I want to go through the pile because I want to take some to Turkey to give to those in need in Turkey. I'm like, dude, just go upstairs. There's more clothes upstairs, please. Motherfuckers never let a good deed go unpunished. All right. Light news. Then Lolo overruled that I take it to the streets to deliver much needed goods to unhoused people and interview them alongside local organizers. Get in now. All right. Do we have a blast off meme or not? God, I'm so fucking tired. Son's dad used to live on Skid Row and on for 2 years. He's 7 months sober. So many good people helped him while he was out there. Jags will be helpful for the community. Please cover this. I posted it twice. Okay, dude. I will say I was fired the Friday before Christmas, and despite all the bad things happening to me and the stress, you and this community have been really solid cushion for me emotionally. Exactly. That's why I fucking go live during the holidays. Anyway, part of the reason. Why are there rightists in this stream? That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. We want there to be right-wingers in the stream. We want to change their minds. I haven't done the New Year's resolutions yet, but I will eventually. Do we have a blast off meme or not? Do we not? We don't have a blast off meme, I think. You ever gonna continue Elden Ring? No, I'm never gonna play Elden Ring ever again for the rest of my life. I'm never gonna play another video game for the rest of my life. Oh God, I'm in such a bad move. I think I'm gonna have to take some time off. I'm noticing that I have a much shorter fuse. My dad called me a slur on Christmas and it kind of ruined my day, but your Christmas stream made me feel better, Mr. Streamer. Your dad called you a slur? That's fucking insane. Anyway, here it is. We're blasting off. Let's go. Let's get the people going. Let's fucking get it started. Let's get it. Don't get it twisted. Japan will heal you. Yeah, we'll see. Because honestly, the other side of the story, especially with respect to Japan, is that I am worried that I'm woefully underprepared. I did get I got the sick backpack, the new backpack, the one that Nick has. And we're going to get all the bells and whistles ready to go. I'm going to probably fire off another IRL stream before I leave for Japan. Don't let the randoms in chat bother you. You've given really good context through the content through the holidays, and I love listening to your coverage while I'm exercising. Thank you for a great 2024. If you do go to Japan, make it a true vacation and stream less. Gotta rest. No. As a Scottish person, it seems crazy in here who have chatters that haven't called them a slur. I'm ESL. What's the difference between homeless and unhoused? Is there one word that's better to use? I mean, I don't want to say homeless when straight up talking to homeless people. You know what I mean? It's a more humanizing language to use when you say unhoused. I mean, but if you get triggered by that, you're a fucking goon, you know? You're a goober. Are you worried about how negative streaming has become in Japan and Korea? I am a little worried, but I mean, I guess you just got to lock in. You just got to fucking lock in. You know what I mean? You've been doing this 8 hours of politics for most of the year. You deserve a real break, not just a day off. Yeah, we'll see. Japan tip, pack light there. Chatter, I've been to Japan many times. I know. Your Japan tip, pack light there. Buy a suitcase there and fill it up for the flight back. Only works if you are Japan sized. If you're not Japan sized like me, unfortunately, there is no reason to pack light because nothing fits. You're gonna talk to Jav actresses? Yeah. You should lock in and try to link up with the Japanese dudes who dress up as foos. Now that would be content. Yeah, I want to do that. So that chatter about the houseless take. Home isn't necessarily a place. So to say someone is homeless means they're forever lost. House is more humane. Yeah, it is definitely a more like, it's a more humanizing way to talk about people in dire financial situations. That's it. That's what it is. Get that if 6 was 9 that you not fitting into, King? Why not take it off every Sunday? I don't get why you work 7 days anyway. It's a little much for your personal sanity. Because I'm a fucking freak, dude. Because I love what I do, and I'm very fortunate. I love what I do. I feel like it's my job, it's my duty, it's my obligation to give back as much as I can. And that, yes, means giving back a little bit of my mental sanity piece by piece, day in, day out. But like, you know, it is what it is. You can even 4 to 5 days off from work is so refreshing, especially when I log off from the internet. You just need a good shag. Yeah. I just need a good shag, yeah. All right, we're done getting stun locked by chat. We're moving on. We're moving on to the news of the day. But before that, let's look at this. Your streamer's favorite streamer. What is this? Make me feel up to date on world affairs. King of the apping, so I watched the edited Voz law. If you know, you know. Minus points because he came to the UK but didn't come say hi, shaking my head. Slime IRL, no BS. Volibear main. Taught me how not to feel guilty when banning weirdos. Cutie Cinderella lover baking VODs when working. So knowledgeable about cakes. Her kitchen is goals. Stan, such a cutie patootie. Ultimate wife guide. Chill vibes. Deep dives or chef's kiss. Bonus points. You like my TikTok. Dating cutie. Funny in general. I am one of the few female Ludwig enjoyers. Yes, we exist. I'm shocked that there aren't more female Ludwig enjoyers. Like, that's crazy. Also, new Toyota. Okay, this is Toyota in China, I think, which for the record is not the type of Toyotas you can find. Toyotas in Asia are very different than the Toyotas that they sell to the West. This is crazy. Like, in China, they also have, like, even Western car manufacturers actually have cooler cars that they sell exclusively to China, to the Chinese market. They will literally sell longer versions of the same cars, specifically for family members or for executives that, for executives that want like a longer, like better legroom. They have like the L edition. It's a luxury kidnap mobile. Yo, you can kidnap me in that fucking car. I'm good.
Online debate among President-elect Donald Trump.
All right, let's get to the H-1B visa saga once again.
Supporters has exposed what's being called a MAGA civil war. Trump's tech allies, like billionaire Elon Musk and his longtime base, are deeply divided over visas for highly skilled immigrant workers. The feud exposes cracks in the MAGA camp between the converts in Silicon Valley and the loyalists on Capitol Hill. And it's a preview for possible challenges ahead over a signature issue of the president-elect's campaign, immigration. Torian Small joins us live from West Palm Beach with more. Torian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dana. This drama started before Christmas. Far-right figures like Laura Loomer took aim at some in Trump's circle, especially India-born Shriyam Krishnan, Trump's top AI advisor, for suggesting the U.S. remove caps on issuing green cards and H-1B visas to high-skilled foreign workers.
First, there was a post, Vivek Ramaswamy on X on Thursday. Quote, a culture that celebrates...
I'm going to be controversial here. I have a controversial take. You know how there's that Adrian account and everyone says that that's like Elon's alt account and he talks about Elon in the third person. I don't think Adrian Dittman is Elon. I don't think it's him. I think it's like an incredibly almost stalkerish fan who has like basically changed his like speech patterns in a way to try and sound like Elon Musk.
The prom queen over the math Olympiad champ, or the jock over the valedictorian.
No, I've listened to a lot of his debates. I've listened to a lot of his like debates. I've listened to a lot of stuff that he's talked about, that he's like done, including the last space that went viral. It's like he does talk about Elon in the third person and then switches into the first person quite a bit. But I think that's because of the mania of the individual. I want to believe that it definitely is Elon.
Enough, some elements of the extreme legacy MAGA movement will have to deal with it as well, because that's how it is. And don't hate the fucking big tech bros, because out of all of them, Elon is the only one that's giving all of these crackheads a fucking voice. I want you to try and pull that shit on fucking Facebook and see how long you last. You ungrateful motherfucker, seriously.
I mean, that sounds so much like Elon, but I don't know. I feel like it's too, when something is too good to be true, I often have a hard time believing that it is the case, you know? It sounds like a voice changer. No, I think it is definitely. It's him. Everyone knows it's Elon. Elon doesn't deny it.
You keep crying censorship this, censorship that. You're not censored. Your takes just suck. Get over it and get over yourselves. Honestly, I'm not an enemy of anyone, but if you hate me for saying this, so fucking be it. I don't care. I'm part of what's new.
Yeah, I'm part of what's near is like he regularly switches in and out of third person when referring to Elon and then first person. This is the greatest. Okay, honestly, drop everything and do a deep dive, okay? This is the greatest fucking. Oh,
I can't really
here. This is him talking to Divorcelli.
talk to you about the nature of inflammatory rhetoric if we're not able to dive into the political issues that are underlying all of the rhetoric itself. So it's hard.
No, we can definitely talk about rocket fuel in the sense, right? Your kind of rocket fuel is solid here, but it also is the wrong type of rocket fuel for the rocket that you want to run. It's actually an inferior version of that same rocket fuel that I'm using right now, which is actually also liquid.
Yeah, but I disagree that it's inferior. I think
Like rocket fuel that I'm using right now. That's Elon, right? Like this is what people point to say like this is definitely Elon Musk. And to be fair, Elon Musk is definitely narcissistic enough and stupid enough to debate Divorcelli and many other like even Groyper accounts online in Twitter Spaces. He is that jobless for sure and that thin-skinned. But having said that, I think there's a lot of evidence to point that this is Elon Musk. Okay. But, and this is the reason why this is a controversial opinion that I have, that I think it's not actually Elon Musk. Ironically enough, Adrian Dittman stutters infinitely less and seems more coherent than Elon Musk. When you hear Elon Musk speak on the news or in an extended format where he's being interviewed, and contentious, non-contentious, doesn't matter, okay? He is not as well put together as the way that Adrian Dittman speaks. That is the only reason why I think it's maybe not Elon Musk. The vocal fry doesn't match Elon at all. No, I just like either he when he is not in front of a camera, he's just feeling himself a lot better, so he just like is capable of presenting himself in a more coherent fashion. Maybe he's just like using a different drug cocktail when he's behaving like an internet troll under the Adrian Dittman pseudonym. I don't know. But when he is in front of cameras speaking, oh wow, this is the number one after Megaphonics. Evan Loves Worf is the number 2 Elon simp online. And even he has a similar opinion. Look, again, I know it's extremely unpopular, but you can just listen to this recording of Adrian Dittman and see pretty plainly that is not Elon. Their voices are similar, but Elon does not sound like this at all.
To the United States of America.
I have literally just stated to you exactly what I've contributed, but your inability to receive this makes me believe that you are perhaps
okay. He's using a voice changer.
a retard.
I haven't.
Never mind. This is like when he's using a voice changer. That's what he sounds like on ketamine. He's probably too nervous to be on ketamine on camera. I have a stutter stammer and you don't just get to turn it on and off. It's probably not Elon. Anyone could do vocal fry if you listen to enough old Kim Kardashian clips.
I haven't heard it.
I mean, this is probably a meme, but this is a voice changer that he's using. But even then, I'm telling you, it's 1,000,000% Elon. Nobody has that unique accent. I don't think Evan is an Elon simp dude. He's constantly shitting on him. No, I'm memeing. Evan is I like to call Elon haters Elon simps because they hyper focus on everything that Elon does. And Megaphonics, Wifeophonics, it was the number 1 Elon simp turned into an Elon hater. And he would always tell me, he would always be the first to come in here in the chat for the longest time to be like, hey, Elon farted today. Have you seen it? And he would just like send me irrelevant shit that Elon has done. And at a certain point, I was like, come on, dude, you got to stop sending me Elon shit. And then he stopped sending me Elon shit directly and instead started sending me Evan's Elon shit because Evan is also an Elon tracker. He used Evan as basically a way to diffuse the personal responsibilities that he has for being the number 1 Elon guy. They've literally talked. They're not the same person. I don't know if that's good enough to claim that it's not Elon, but
yeah, this is part 2. You've met me at least 3 times. You're about to die of laughter, aren't you? Yeah, it's me again. Oh my god. Yeah, this is part 3. I swear, there's nothing. Honestly, there's nothing better than to hear you laugh this much. Like I can only imagine the kind of stress you're under.
So funny.
Yeah, dude. For the past couple of weeks, I basically. Oh god, I can't do this. Oh my god.
Look, there's 8 billion people on Earth. So
Yes,
odds
yes.
there's someone who sounds like you somewhere.
Yes.
And you are that person.
Yes. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. It's so much worse.
I can't, honestly, I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah, that's a theory.
You are
That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your Neuralink experiments. Can you like clarify that I'm not one of your Neuralink experiments, or maybe I am and I wouldn't realize it? Because that shit's vast.
Bro, I can't even tell who is talking. The entire time I thought it was fucking Elon Musk talking, like, oh, I can't tell. Am I a Neuralink clone of you? And only after context that I realized that it was actually Adrian talking. I'm telling you, right? Okay, this is only convincing me that Adrian is Elon. Never mind. I'm back on the Adrian is Elon train, dude. I'm back on it. Spectrograph analysis of Adrian laughing during his speech compared to Elon Musk's laugh from another interview. It's 100% a match with 3.62 voice frequency modulation. What the fuck is this? No, that was... Wait, what? What is happening, dude? It's so obviously him. Like, it's the exact kind of unfunny, not joke Elon would make. Are you Neuralink TM trademark clone of me? Haha, lemao. As if there haven't been impersonations done of every famous person since the beginning of time. Dittman had a long discussion with XUC, and Dittman said he watched a lot of X. Can't be Elon. I think a lot of you... Dude, Drake was with Aiden Ross talking about how much he watches Plaque Boy Max, okay? Yeah, no, I don't think it's that crazy to assume that people... If anything, Elon Musk has a lot of free time, okay? It's not shocking if he's like watching a lot of Twitch streamers. That only reaffirms the suspicion that Adrian is Elon Musk. Analyzing this like the Zapruder film, yeah, I mean, this is the most important thing. Check my message. Remember when Elon pretended to be a fucking child? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was weird. He does a lot of weird shit, man. He's a fucking weird ass dude. He really is a goddamn weirdo, dude. Also, he's autistic. So, yes, very high likelihood that he watches Twitch streamers. Like, that in and of itself is enough. That's proof in the pudding right there. There's way more audio of him arguing with Laura Loomer. It's for sure Elon. Find the whole thing. Send me a clip and we'll watch it. 100% he sets this up so it seems like it wasn't him. How much you want to bet he knows about you? I mean, I've had Grimes on my stream. I'm sure he knows who the fuck I am.
How are your monkeys? Well, how are your monkeys? I don't know. How's the test subject?
Well, the weird thing is you even ask questions in the way that I would ask questions.
Autism.
And your sense of humor is quite similar sense of humor. It's eerie.
Yeah, I know. I still remember the first time. God. Oh God. I still remember the first time. I still remember the first time when the first time I found out about you was actually in early 2016. This is when I watched SpaceX rocket engine experimentations on YouTube. I was like, man, this is...
Bro, Adrian sounds more like fucking Elon than Elon does in this conversation. Like, it sounds... Whenever he speaks, whenever Adrian, not Elon, speaks, I always assume that it's Elon speaking. I can see that. It's not, he has a German accent. No, dude, he doesn't have a German accent. He's a South African, like, he has a very specific, not even like a normal South African accent. It's a South African accent that you develop over the course of many years of living in America with a decent amount of autism.
The coolest shit I've ever seen. It's going to be next all day. And a significant other actually showed me a video clip of you and said, hey, bro, this guy sounds like an older version of you. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Here, this guy, look at him. He's talking about hydrogen. What do you mean he's talking about hydrogen? I listened to this and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So this is the first time I realized something's not quite right with this world. Probably is like a...
I am not capable of...
That's right, because you didn't use X in order to do this, and that's why I'm asking you to do the same thing with this thing that you have here, because you just word for word said that you have a...
This is so weird, dude. This is so fucking weird. Any chatter saying they sound different was probably Elon. Yeah.
Within the place where they... Do you see how you're digging your own grave here? You're like one of those cars, and they don't put like the pieces of wood there so that it doesn't get itself dug into the mud more, but you just keep driving and driving and driving. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
You don't have any idea about what...
I am not capable of...
That's right.
Elon just has that literal equivalent of a posh British accent. The accent from South Africa most people associate with is people who aren't generationally rich. is most certainly Elon. I mean, listen to this shit.
It was like this. You had the Conservatives OG accounts. They were also involved in various other things, which are kind of strange. But there were people on there who are quite the hot-headed bunch, to say the least. Anyways, some of the people, even I know myself, who I think are kind of all right. So they really got to mix up everybody, really. So, anyways, they had that. Laura Loomer decides to launch an attack on. God, I forgot his name. What's wrong with me? I need some coffee. Sriram, sorry. Yeah, so she decided to like launch an attack against Sriram, and in doing so, she decided, hey, let's highlight the fact that this guy is actually not pro anything that we are in terms of movement, the OG MAGA, because and then highlight under the context, at least that's what she told us after the fact, that Donald Trump promised in 2016 that the H-1B thing would be just eliminated virtually or just limited.
I'm telling you, it's like it quite literally is someone who is more coherent than Elon, which is why I originally assumed he was an impersonator. Elon Musk is never able to like string together sentences with this level of coherence. That's the only reason. Okay, but Adrian's tone isn't as dark as Elon. It's lighter, more enunciated on certain consonants. The only way we can find out if it's actually Elon or not is if we get them to do a USA chant. If Adrian Dittman does a USA chant and it sounds like USA, USA, that's it. Because no one fucks that chant up. Okay? No one. The only person that has ever fucked that chant up is Elon Musk. It's like you're physically incapable of saying it in the way that Elon says it. USA, USA. USA. Oh, pure dark MAGA. No one is capable of doing that. You have to train super long and super hard to say it that wrong. Dark MAGA, pure.
Because this individual does not represent this, therefore they are against the MAGA movement and whatever Donald Trump is. And also that somehow there was a donation made to, I think, Ro Khanna. And because the donation made to Ro Khanna, because Ro Khanna was somebody who advocated for the impeachment of Donald Trump after January 6 in 2021, that this is somehow a thing that will become a risk for Donald Trump now. Even though, technically speaking, the entire logic of this individual, Laura Loomer here, who posted this, who launched the attack, it's very flawed because of the fact that the current promise of 2024 from Trump's campaign is different on the H-1B level than the promise in 2016. So with that in mind, she then decided, hey, I'm going to release the document where it states the donation, and didn't either intentionally or due to lack of basic capabilities in terms of how to redact shit, which is basically the easiest thing to do. She left the address partially unredacted to the point where you could definitely still get the address. And because this violates X's policy on revealing personal information.
That's so funny that he says this, by the way, when that is not a real thing that X fucking prosecutes. I can't believe I just said X. Twitter does not give a shit about doxing. The notion that they would ever care about it, like the only time that I saw the Twitter not giving a shit about doxing was, or Twitter giving a shit about doxing was like JD Vance. If you are an enemy to Elon Musk, they do not give a fuck, okay? You can't track Elon Musk's plane. You can't be Stone Toss. You can't dox Stone Toss. You can't track Elon Musk's plane. But everyone else, including Nick Fuentes even, regardless of whether you think it was warranted or not, even Nick Fuentes' dox was just plastered everywhere on Twitter. He absolutely protects certain people over others, but there are a limited number of people that he defends, and everyone else is just like, nope.
She therefore got dinged, got our account locked, and the demand then from X was delete this post, and then the account was subsequently, I think, unlocked after 12 hours or something like that, which is exactly what happened. Then, because of this, the organization, since it was involved because she had an affiliate badge from the Conservatives OG, they then lost their access to the gold checkmark thing, right? They just got dropped, which means that anyone else who had the affiliate badge as well had their badge just be taken effectively because the organization was no longer subscribed, so the affiliate badges just disappeared, poof, gone, right? And Because of this, any of the profiles that had the affiliate badge now had to go through the premium verification process again.
Like, why does Elon Musk know all of this? I mean, not Elon Musk, sorry. Why does Adrian Dittman know all of this? Like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why does he know all of this? So strange that he is completely aware of all of the background, all of the internal machinations of Twitter. It doesn't make any sense. This is a fascinating thing for me. It is fascinating. It is fascinating. This level of knowledge that this person has over all of the things that are happening inside of Twitter. My rocket fuel.
Again, just like on the system, if you like buy, for instance, the premium plus or premium whatever, if you get the verified badge, then basically you go through a bit of a process and you just get the badge within like a couple days. And so they have to go through this process.
But like I said, it's like Elon supercharged. It's like Elon Musk if he was like coherent, if he was capable of holding on to a coherent thought. Why are you letting yourself be gaslit in the least? I'm telling you, he's sitting next to a guy he hired who sounds like him, and they switch whenever Elon wants to emphasize a point. No, because then his speech patterns would be different, like noticeably different, because Elon Musk is never this coherent. I've never seen Elon Musk this coherent.
Process now again, because even though they were still subscribed to premium, the badges were gone, and then technically somehow I guess it takes away the verified, and then the system has to put it back on again. And that's what had all these people lose, quote unquote, their check marks, because they actually lost the affiliate badges because Laura Loomer decided, hey man, I'm going to let the citizen journalist inside of me not work as much today, not as much overtime or any time at all, and leave a address partially unredacted that then causes a violation of X's rules that then led to a locking of the account, that then also led to the disabling of the gold checkmark on the Conservatives OG account, which then led to the vanishing of all badges on these people who now lost their checkmarks, and then of course the subsequent uprising and censorship allegations, which are complete bullshit. She then lied about what exactly caused it. They lied about what exactly caused it. Even though we have a clip of the person saying, the words which are, yeah, this was the post regarding this individual, and we clipped that actually. She later then denied that she said that, gaslighting me effectively on the fucking space, but I have basically photographic memory, especially with stuff that deals with yanking chains. I have to like host a conversation space every single fucking day for multiple hours, so I have to remember exactly everything that I fucking said. And keeping a thought train going for an extended period of time is extremely difficult to do if you don't want to sound like an absolute fucking rambling idiot, right? Everything has to be context dependent, because it is. And so with that in mind, I knew that they were lying to me, and we were actually able to clip that. And then basically, yes, she did get the notification. She did delete the post. The account was unlocked again after 12 hours. And she's been posting saying that she's been throttled, even though she's getting just about as much, if not more, engagement than she did before, which is bullshit. Even if she's unverified, she's still getting a shit ton of engagement, a lot more than she did at baseline, which is hilarious, by the way. So, yeah, that's pretty much the summary.
Is there...
Oh, and...
Twitter is worse. Stop kissing. Stop kissing. Stop kissing. Are Adrian and Elon the same person? Yes wins out resoundingly. No's are at 15%. Yeses are at 64%. A secret third thing is at 21%. That's crazy. All right, this convinced me. What is this? Like father, like son. Elon and little X at the Super Bowl. My son, little X, loves clinging precariously to my back and yelling, monkey rides. You're an amazing father, Elon. Your kids are very lucky. Okay, I'm convinced now. Nope, that's Elon. That's Elon. Never mind, that's Elon. Elon deploys the kid like a fucking human shield to make himself seem like a normal human all the time. Do we get points for being right on the polls? No. Did Elon get good adrenochrome now that he's president? I don't know. Anyway, why do we dive into all of this? Because Elon Musk has been duking it out with Wingnut Twitter, and he ended up banning a bunch of the Groyper accounts. And now he ended up banning a bunch of the Groyper accounts that like came after him and yelled at him. Okay. And it's fucking awesome. Look at this. He's completely unhinged and personally suspending people who post fake tweets from him. Something that happens thousands of times a day. USA Reject said Elon deleted this tweet. Investing in Americans is actually hard, really hard. It costs money and time and effort to make a person productive. It's a short-term net loss. It's much easier to bring in skilled workers who might not do quite a good job, but will work for a fraction of the cost and be happy just to be there. This is a lie. Do you make this lie? I found it elsewhere. Is it fake? Where did you find this lie? It was posted on Reddit. My mistake. I didn't realize it was forged. Liar. And then he banned the account. He suspended the account, dude. You're a liar. USA. You're a mini Bobini. You're a liar. And then deleted his posts. Yeah, no, he clapped him. I know. You're just showing me the same tweet I'm looking at. This fake is a deliberate lie. Do you make it? Did you get fooled, or are you deliberately showing a fake post? If you say that's fake, I'll remove it immediately. I've seen it on multiple places, so I thought it was legitimate. My apologies, sir. Tracing the fake post to source. Where did you see it? Okay, this makes me feel like it's not a fake post, and that he actually tweeted and deleted it, and now he's trying to find who actually logged it. Okay, this is now making me. At first, I thought it was probably fake, but now I'm thinking maybe he did. Where did you find this lie? Wait, what do you mean he deleted his post? Oh, he deleted his own posts. We're responding to it as well. Okay, all I'm going to say is this. If there's one thing we all know from this wonderful experience, is that Elon Musk is the most jobless man in America. Okay? There is no better indication that Elon Musk, as a billionaire, as the wealthiest billionaire on the planet, is once again proving to all with eyes to see that billionaires don't do dick. Okay? This is something I hope people can take away from this process once again. Meritocracy is a lie, and Elon Musk is not working harder than the average American. He's not working smarter than the average American. He literally doesn't do shit, okay? He just has money. He lucked into a lot of money. He conned his way into getting a fuck ton of government subsidies, taxpayer-funded subsidies, and he just fucking spiraled upwards, okay? He bouldered his way into this level of wealth. And once you get to a certain point where a lot of other powerful institutions are also making money off of your success, there is this delicate balance. There is this insane amount of systemic support that you're gonna get because other wealthy individuals are also invested in your success. Now, of course, another funny aspect of this, of course, is that Trump is supporting immigration visas backed by Musk. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. Yeah, Steve Bannon refers to Elon Musk as a toddler. Please notify Child Protective Services on Getter. Steve Bannon is on Getter. The last guy. Japanese soldier still fighting the war 39 years later. Steve Bannon on Getter. Someone please notify Child Protective Services needs to do a wellness check on this toddler. The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Okay. One, flag on the play. Flag on the play. I might be wrong on this, but Elon Musk is lying here. Tesla, yes. Tesla utilizes H-1B visas. Having said that, however, SpaceX cannot. Why? Because SpaceX is a defense contractor. And as a government contractor working in the field of aerospace, you cannot hire H-1B visa workers. Just saying. As far as I know, you are not allowed to hire H-1B visa workers. They have to be American citizens, either naturalized or born. That part is incorrect. Having said that, Tesla does utilize, from what I understand. This is fact. I work in aerospace. Yes. You cannot hire non-Americans. At most, I think you can hire like it's not even like Five Eyes, but I'm pretty sure you can only hire American citizens that have like a proper level of vetting. Murat, verify this, please. You know he only knows this because Murat told him he wouldn't know anything about it otherwise. Excuse me. You're 100% correct. So how about you shut the fuck up? Okay, who cares where I got this information from? Is it like ITAR restrictions? Is that what it's called? No, they don't have to have top secret level clearance, security clearance. That's not correct. I mean, depending on what what you're working on, but there's a specification for it. I think it might be ITAR. I forget what it's called. No foreign nationals, where no foreign or classified documents are used. In certain parts of defense, if you're a government contractor, you can't. If you're a government contractor working in defense, you can't be a non-U.S. citizen. EAR, ITAR, we can't have offshore accountants work on specific clients in public accounting. But yes, if you're a government contractor, you probably have some level of security clearance regardless, but this is a separate thing as well. They can work on aspects of projects, but nothing following ITAR restrictions, i.e. performance data. Any non-U.S. citizen must be escorted through our facility at all times. They cannot look at any of the prints or us on our network. Can tech companies thrive without H-1B visas? Elon Musk's SpaceX sure is. Wait, what? This article quite literally shows the opposite. The article headline at least says SpaceX is thriving without H-1B visas. Chatter, you sent the article saying like, no, this article says otherwise. Elon Musk defends the H-1B visa as a necessary component to empower Vivek, MAGA faithful. SpaceX, which is privately held, has an estimated market capitalization of roughly $350 billion based on a secondary share sale. That would make it one of the top 30 companies by market cap in the country. The company has had a banner year. Is Starlink. This is the worst part about Elon Musk is that, like, low-key, Teslas are dog shit. I mean, high-key Teslas are dog shit. But SpaceX, I hate to fucking give him any credit whatsoever. I hate to give anything that he's associated with any credit. But SpaceX genuinely carries this fucking person in terms of innovation. Starlink is fucking incredible. It really is. Not only is Starlink fucking awesome, but also a lot of what SpaceX is doing is also pretty innovative. I hate it. I don't want to admit it. I know for a fact that people that work at SpaceX don't like their jobs in general. They despise working under Elon. But it is genuinely innovative. And unfortunately, this is the one aspect of public-private partnership where in the field of tech innovation, when you are no longer beholden to red tape that the government puts on you unnecessarily, you end up getting the same sizable sum from the government in the form of public funding, but then they don't turn around and restrict your, they don't turn around and turn off the money faucet in the same way that they can do with NASA. So basically what ends up happening is you have all the NASA talent, you have all the NASA research, you have all the public funding, but then some dumbass 900-year-old congressperson can't turn around and be like, I don't understand this space shit. Were you hit with a stroke gun? Yeah. And I think that in a perfect universe, I wish that SpaceX could go back to being under government control and work under NASA as it is. It's just that I wish, like I said, I wish that we would still focus on innovation in space tech without government restriction. That's stupid. Starlink fucks over on the ground astronomy observations. Can you explain Starlink to me like I'm a 5-year-old? Yeah, it's a network of satellites that offer you, internet access in many parts of the globe. It's very successful and it's very good. It does create a lot of space pollution from what I understand, but what's good? All right. Yes, but you put people in danger as a result. A friend of mine had to dip out of a Blue Origin because of the things he saw happen there. He didn't want to be around for the audit when they inevitably kill someone. Bannon compares Elon to Hitler.
Capitalism, Elon Musk. And by the way, when we cut him off, he went begging the CCP, and that's why they have the joint venture in Shanghai, the Tesla, which is 100% of his value, right? This guy lives on government contracts and taxpayer subsidies, okay? It's all, we're going to get Joe Allen in here for a second to transform it. Elon Musk, once again, brother, I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You are a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing.
I don't understand. When Steve Bannon compares someone to Hitler, is he actually hyping them up? Like, this is a little bit confusing to me because Steve Bannon is like, he loves Adolf Hitler. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American. All you are is a globalist, okay? A globalist. And you will go where anybody writes you a check, and you would take it from Adolf Hitler himself, because you're taking it from people that are as bad as Adolf Hitler. The murderous regime of the Chinese Communist Party, which you praised on their 100th anniversary. Let me bring it.
Bro, you cannot be serious with that fit. Are you gonna actually wear that? Bro, look at this fucking man, dude. That's crazy. The fact that you are even entertaining this shirt is wild to me.
What do you mean?
What did you get? Looks again? Fucking nerd ass.
This is my Nosferatu fit.
You're like a child who went and watched a movie and now thinks he's Superman.
Actually, I'll have you know that my name is Thomas Hutter.
I don't know. Is that a Nosferatu reference?
Yeah, you would know that if you saw the movie.
I did not see the movie.
Real ones know.
Anyway, Lola, what are we doing today? You want to explain to people what we're doing today?
Yeah, I'll explain in a second. I got you something.
Oh, God. Here we go.
From Book Soup.
Oh, my God.
Shout out Book Soup in LA. This is very special. You ready?
Did you get it for yourself?
No, I got it for you.
You have a higher autism score than me. You literally
you
have
could
higher,
read it.
You have a higher autism score than me. Discovering the New Faces of Neurodiversity. Unmasking Autism by Devin Price, PhD. Author of Laziness Does Not Exist. Thank you.
That's for you. I got this for me. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, it's supposed to be very good. It's about rejection by Tony Tillithimute. Rejection. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that one.
Yeah, I
But
never.
you could read the Unmasking Autism book.
I never get rejected, so it don't matter to me. You know what I mean?
True. Okay, so what's up? All right, wait. Should I take this fit off?
No, you can keep the fit on. I don't care. Yeah, my man is deep in the Seinfeld pocket, but not in a creepy way. Not in a way where he's emulating the other stuff that Jerry did in his personal life.
The fuck?
Which we will not talk about. 1738. Are you hungry?
No, I'm good.
Good, because my dad is making me food, and I didn't ask him to make you food because I didn't know when you were coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what are we doing today?
You're supposed to explain it to the people.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, good. I'm glad I'm wearing this outfit to explain this.
Yeah. Nobody asked you to put the outfit on.
You said put your cool shirt on. I like it. You said it looked good.
Never said that, but go on.
So we're gonna we're gonna go get some materials and things, supplies. There are some people who are living on the street or housing insecure people, and a friend of mine, Sadie, who works with Water Drop LA, which is a great organization that hopefully we'll learn more about today, that provides water to the people on Skid Row. And Skid Row is like a whole area in Los Angeles where there are many people living on the street and many housing insecure people. And there's also obviously people who are dealing with drug addiction and problems there. And I said to Hassan a few days ago, actually before the information came out about the increase in the homeless percentage, I had said, I have these friends who work with these organizations on Skid Row. Let's go there. I think it would be good.
First, I thought I said.
Oh yeah, it was you. Sorry, it was Hassan. Yeah, Hassan.
I thought I said.
Sorry, it was Hassan's idea.
We could do something.
It's your money.
I thought I said we should do something like that, and you were like, "Oh, I have a friend."
Sure. Yes. I'm sorry. This was.
You're
actually
making it seem like
not my idea at all. This was all Hassan's original idea.
We can look back at the text messages to see who presented the idea first. If you would like to do that,
pull those up. But
I'm not gonna want to pull them up.
But anyway, I think it will be very eye-opening. I also don't believe in this context that it's really. I think it's important. I think these are important stories to tell. Sadie has a lot of connections down there. Knows a lot of the people who are living on the street. We're going to talk to some of those people. They're very interesting people. Some of them are veterans. Some of them are, obviously dealing with disability. And we're going to learn more about their lives. What's this?
Why do you do this to me?
What do you mean?
Why do you do this?
You're the
to
one
me?
drinking out of it. That's you.
Why are you exposing
You're drinking about it. You're drinking out of it. I didn't do anything.
My undying love and loyalty for Joseph Robinette Rogan.
Listen, all the signs are there. All the signs are here. It's gonna happen, guys. It's happening. There's nothing you can do about it.
Are you bringing him care packages? We're gonna get tarps.
Some clothing
for the most part. But I have. I went into my closet. I went into my closet and basically took like hundreds, and I mean hundreds, and it's not like maybe 1/10 of what I can do right now, but hundreds of hoodies and jackets that I have that have been sent to me from various organizations throughout the years for free. Many of them have never been worn.
Wait.
It's what?
Someone. Okay. No. Sorry. Go ahead.
So basically, you asked Sadie if there's any need for clothing, and they said like they don't have a lot of large men's clothing. So I was like, that's perfect.
Large Turkish men's clothing.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said that I couldn't get D&D. Yeah, that's not true. Okay, that's a work in progress. He doesn't want to do it. So I spoke to Brennan Lee Mulligan, who, if you guys know, sorry, I'm just bringing this up because I'm saying it right now. He is very interested in DMing a charity D&D event. And I've also spoken to Will about this because Will has like a space apparently where we can do this thing. And I'm hoping that it'll happen in 2025. But yes, hurting these people is like hurting cats, okay? It's impossible to get this man to do anything. He doesn't even want to do this.
Okay.
What? It's true. He's a diva. He's a big time diva.
Yeah. As you know, I'm a big time diva. Anyway, getting back to the H-1B visa story.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go.
It's just so funny that you're wearing this. No, just keep it on, dude. You wanted to wear it while we're doing news coverage. You're going to be on the YouTube page. You're going to be on a million different clip accounts.
I was just really into Nosferatu.
Wearing this fucking fit while talking about serious shit.
All right, that's fine. Go ahead.
This my public defender, dog. We're going to jail, okay?
I do it. I keep
this
it
my
old
public
school.
defender. We're going into the tomb.
I do it old school.
We're done. We're going to be locked away in a tomb forever.
Sorry that I liked Nosferatu.
You want to fuck Nosferatu.
Who doesn't want to fuck Nosferatu? What are you talking about?
It's weird that you want to fuck Nosferatu.
Yeah, you think I'm alone in wanting that? Please.
Anyway, Lolo betrayal. Today I'm going to deliver much needed items and talk to some unhoused people alongside Lolo Rule later on stream. Murad over Hassan. This man never... Everybody thinks I'm bullying him, but the reality is he's bullying me, okay? Every goddamn day.
I didn't write that.
Last night we watched Sicario, and he agreed with the CIA. He's like,
no.
He was like, wow, these guys do a lot of good work protecting and serving America.
It's true.
That's what he said.
It's true.
He's
Somebody's got to do it. It's
he's
a
like,
tough job.
thank God the people that pay me, he said, the CIA, are doing such great work.
That's how I was able to be unemployed for so long.
Yeah.
Because I was getting my paychecks from the Central Intelligence Agency.
Exactly. It outed. There it is. Bro is dressed like fucking Marie Antoinette going to hand out clothes to the unhoused. Yeah, slap the meat cake. That's what he's going to do. Did he get aroused by the border shootout scene? Yeah, he was like, we should... The thing he said was that
you love that.
He didn't like how little civilians were killed. He was like, in a real circumstance, you should just like fire off a couple shots on random cars as well. Let him know. That's what he said. Yeah, he loved the torture scene as well. Did the CIA make him do the Shrek makeout TikTok? Yeah, you got to keep him guessing. No, all jokes aside, it is definitely, I mean, they make that shit look so fucking cool. Like, if we're being honest, they make like being a Delta Force guy look so goddamn cool in that movie, even if it's supposed to be like somewhat critical of the illegal actions that intelligence agencies engage in on a regular basis. It literally turns into propaganda. Because you're like, oh, hell yeah, like all these fucking rugged heroes.
Yeah.
All these rugged, like, military men doing what's right. Sometimes doing wrong things, but in order for a higher purpose, hell yeah, baby.
Well, even though Benicio's character in that film does horrifying, he kills a man's entire family in front of him and then kills him.
Yeah, and you're
still kind of like,
that was warranted.
Kids. But that's why Truffaut said there's no such thing as an anti-war film exist.
What is this? I've shared your answer to this. Indian leftist to all my Indian friends. Thank you for defending us. What is this? Stunlocked? Hasanabi Cambridge fan. Nice to meet you. What's up?
Hi. I am Riyadh. I am from India. And
nice to meet you.
I have a question that right now that right wing is at par and across the globe, right wing is comparatively ruling the major of the countries. So how you see that as you are a left wing oriented people? So how you can comparatively defend the right of the left wing people or the minority on that thing? Because in my country, it's also happening in India right now.
Yeah.
Right wing India and the religious minority like Muslims are prosecuted are there.
Yeah.
Become political prisoner and we are not have a right to speak freely, right? Something like that. So how you suggest to?
It's tough. You just got to keep organizing no matter what, and have a network that you can rely on when the time comes. Because there's like not really much you can do if we're going full tilt fascism. Then the only people you can rely on are your neighbors in that regard, and have a network of organizations that you can go back to engage in some semblance of community defense. So that's what it is. Outside of that, you just keep trying to utilize the available legal avenues that exist to continue advocacy and to continue fighting for human rights in the process. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Hi. Oh, nice to meet you.
I don't have anything in particular to say.
Okay. It's all good. You want to take a photo? Lolo, check into the DMs. I know Mangione family and I want to help.
What do you want?
I don't know. You're going to check your Insta DMs?
I have to help the Mangione family.
Yeah. No, you're going to check your DMs and it's just a dick pic. He's like,
Mostly-
dude, you have to look
that's
at
mostly
this.
what it is.
Yeah, he's like, you have to look at this dick pic. This is the only way to help the Mangione family.
Uncut.
Yeah. I don't know how we took this sidestep here, but here's something interesting. Donald Trump has actually landed on, surprise, surprise, rich billionaire guy agrees with other rich billionaire guy about continuing a hyper exploitative process in terms of H-1B visas that help other rich billionaire guys. Surprise, surprise. Okay. What if it's Luigi's D? We shouldn't look at Luigi Mangione's penis. No, like
out of respect.
Out of respect, yeah. Even though it's 8 inches uncut, perfect amount of vascularity.
Keep going. What color is it? What color is the tip?
This is pink.
Yeah, he's not really hungry for it based on that description. No imagination.
If he wants us to see it, he'll show us. Yeah.
If he hangs dong, I think it's an acquittal for sure.
Yeah. So let's get back to it. Trump supporters and his tech allies are arguing over H-1B visas.
Not produce the best engineers. Elon Musk, who along with Ramaswamy will lead Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, also posted on X that same day, quote, the number of people who are super talented engineers and super motivated in the USA is far too low. The backlash was fast and furious from Trump loyalists who support strict limits on immigration.
American jobs for American citizen workers.
Trump's former White House Chief of Staff, Steve Bannon, on his War Room podcast on Friday, calling on stalwart Trump supporter Laura Loomer to explain what she sees as the conflict amongst supporters of the president-elect.
Why are these people who have a history of hating President Trump all of a sudden trying to dictate us on our immigration policy and telling us that we're stupid, we're not the best and brightest, we have to import people to do the job in tech?
Musk posting on X late Friday about some Republicans, quote, and those contemptible fools must be removed from the Republican Party root and stem. Silent for now on the issue, President-elect Trump.
Now, Donald Trump has joined a different social media fight. The incoming president filed a brief with the Supreme Court asking it to pause a Biden-era law that would block TikTok in the U.S. around mid-January if its parent company, ByteDance, a Chinese-based company, doesn't sell the app. Michelle?
Torian, thank you.
Someone to show you around the school, I'd be happy to.
Jocks preferred to geek sport over science. It's all there in the 90s teen comedy that Donald Trump's tech bro protege, Vivek Ramaswamy at least, seems to think symbolizes.
I love this so much. Ad libs are cooking, I fear. It was all fun and games when the target was Black Americans. I mean, yeah, and Mexicans too. It is kind of interesting to see so many of the far right, like Indian accounts in the midst of all of this, turn around and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're the model minority. Fuck you mean? And it's like, oh, did you use the cologne I got you?
Yeah, why you smell it?
Yeah, it smells fucking great,
It
dude.
does smell really good.
Yeah.
Is the failure of American culture.
I knew that was coming.
A culture that venerates Zack and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell will not produce the best engineers, he said in a tweet. American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. New civil war among Trump's inner circle, the billionaires versus the nationalists, chiefly former White House strategist Steve Bannon biting back.
Nerds don't take criticism, and I say you can't run a country by algorithm.
It all started when an Indian-born entrepreneur, Sriram Krishnan, was announced as the incoming Trump administration's AI czar.
I feel nervous. I feel real pressure. You know, I don't want to screw this up. I may not get...
Trump's MAGA movement imploded into broader arguments about immigration. Elon Musk, increasingly at the right hand of the incoming president, hit back, calling fellow Republicans unrepentant racists, then becoming a target himself of some of the loudest pro-Trump voices his own platform has amplified.
This is about being able to speak truth to power and speak truth about unelected billionaires who now want to pretend like they are president.
It shows just how troublesome a second administration could be for Donald Trump, with MAGA tribes already turning on themselves.
He started it.
Amazing.
In his clash with the far right over immigration, Elon Musk is now going after the hardliners, the very heart.
Nerds versus jocks discourse in the White House, and Trump hasn't even been sworn in. I know. I love that so much of the modern fascist movement is basically held together by contempt for what they assume is liberalism and like certain minority groups. Like they all got together because they were like, yeah, we fucking hate trans people. Am I right? Yeah, fuck like black and brown people. And all of a sudden, when they're like, hey, by the way, we want to continue hiring other brown people that we can consistently undermine and fill these roles at wage prices that Americans are not going to fill these roles in. All of a sudden, everyone's like, whoa, amazing.
Of the MAGA base, labeling them just a few hours ago as, quote, contemptible fools who must be removed from the Republican Party root and stem. Musk now finds himself pitted against the likes of Steve Bannon, however, Trump's former White House aide, who came out against Musk's push for H-1B visas, which allow highly skilled foreign workers into the U.S. and has long been the lifeblood of Silicon Valley.
H-1B visas? That's not what it's about. It's about taking American jobs and bringing over essentially become indentured servants at lower wages. This thing's a scam by the oligarchs in Silicon Valley to basically take jobs from American citizens, give them to what become indentured servants from foreign countries, and then pay them less. Simple. To let them into through the golden door.
Now, Bannon's comments align him with people like the far-right activist Laura Loomer, who has been bashing Musk for days now on this and is even accusing him of censoring her on his own platform. She is the anti-immigrant Trump ally who is now claiming that her blue checkmark was removed, her subscriptions were deactivated, her character limits for tweets and posts on X were limited for what she says is, quote, raising concerns and speaking the truth about the technocratic takeover of our country and the White House. Now, that was after she posted racist messages like this, saying our country was built by white Europeans, actually, not third world invaders.
Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Stephen Bannon, who worked for Goldman Sachs for most of his career, gives a shit about workers' rights, okay? He's just racist. He's using left populist sentiment about workers' rights in an effort to push for his racist desires. He just wants America to be perfectly white so that everyone looks like Steve Bannon, a grotesque husk, a human skin tag.
I think he's
That's
hot.
it. What did you say? No, go ahead.
I said he was hot.
Uh-huh.
That's why they hate
from
him.
India. More on what she is saying about why she lost those privileges on X in a moment with Donny O'Sullivan. But all of this began after Trump named Sriram Krishnan, a tech entrepreneur and investor who was born in India, as his senior policy advisor on artificial.
He got a Kash Patel in there too, and he got Vivek. That's too many Indians for the racists, dude. They're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Intelligence. He's not an immigration advisor for Trump, but this started this entire backlash. And it's culminated today with Elon Musk not backing off of his stance, despite the backlash that he is facing from the MAGA right. Instead, he's writing tonight, anyone of any race, creed, or nationality who came to America and worked like hell to contribute to this country will forever have my respect.
It's gone woke.
Noticeably silent in all of this infighting in his party, the president-elect himself. My political sources tonight are the former Deputy Assistant to President Biden, Jamal Simmons, Editor-in-Chief of The Dispatch, Jonah Goldberg, and CNN senior correspondent Donnie O'Sullivan. And it's great to have you all here. Jonah, I'm sure you've been watching, just like I have, as all this has been playing out, only getting worse today with really just seeing these people at each other's throats on lines. What does it say to you?
No, Trump has been silent about this specifically because he knows he wants H-1B visa workers, which he's revealed recently. And he knows that it's just a very unpopular position because his base is so racist. That's it.
That Trump himself, who is the king of weighing in on things online, has not done so.
Because he doesn't have a good answer to this problem, right? He's got a very tight, small coalition as presidents go. And there's just not a lot of give in it. I mean, it's symbolized by the fact he's going to have, what, a 2-seat, maybe with this new defection, a 3-seat majority in the House. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 congresspeople who agree with Laura Loomer and Steve Bannon, then you can't get any legislation done that Elon Musk wants. And so he's stuck in this hard place where he hasn't quite yet figured out how to get peace amongst the various Trumpy tribes back together. And I don't think this is going to be the schism that tears apart MAGA, but it is the first sign of what is probably going to be a good number of schisms and fault lines that divide people who have irreconcilable positions.
Arun says the silver lining to all this is it'll make Indian Americans stop supporting Republicans as they realize that the people they support don't like them either. I don't think so. Maybe. I think it's too hopeful. I think the personal resentment is as far as what I've heard from my Indian friends who have immediate older family members that are in the MAGA world, kind of, their resentment for other Indians and the left is far more consequential in the way that they operate than like the broader anti-Indian sentiment being expressed loudly and proudly by the right. At least for some people, I think that they're not going to change course. They're just going to look for like another vector of hate to be like, no, it's still like lower caste Indians and the leftist, communist Indians that are they're giving us a bad name. They're giving us a bad rap. That's why these guys hate us.
I mean, I think that Elon, it's just going to go back to being something that they try to hide and like obfuscate as much as possible. Like, didn't Elon just nuke a bunch of super racist far right accounts partially because they were finally stepping against him?
Yeah.
But like, I think one of the things Elon said in his tweets was basically like, I gave you idiots a platform, blah, blah, blah. Which, I mean,
it was Adrian Dittman who said that. We don't know if that's Elon.
Yeah, my
allegedly
bad.
Elon Musk.
Allegedly Elon Musk, but
decent amount of evidence to suggest that it might be Elon Musk.
So I think it just goes back to isolating them a little bit more so they can't all come out here and pile on the best good rich boy.
I just don't think that the online right was as formative and as important a part of this coalition as like a lot of people think they are. Both on the left and the right, people have a tendency to overemphasize the impact that like a bunch of fucking esoteric Nazi losers have. And I think it directly comes from, I mean, I feel like I'm giving the fucking cheat code here when I say this, but I think even if you were to like push them aside and be like, yeah, you suck, you would not really, if you're a Republican, you would not necessarily face a tremendous amount of repercussions. As a matter of fact, it's probably beneficial for you to do such a thing.
This is what you and Joe Rogan have to talk about.
They're not real movers and shakers.
Yeah, it is remarkable to see this because some people who, have studied Elon Musk for a long time were saying that when this friendship was blossoming, that
No, I don't think so. I think even those upper caste idiots will be forced to not support Republicans in the face of direct racism because the main reason Indians support Republicans is for the tax breaks. I think there will be a come to Jesus moment for some of them. There's a lot of BJP supporters that are actually Democrats. It's so funny. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense if you're a BJP guy and you support the Democrats, because it's like, whoa, dude, it's BDS. I can't believe you did that. I haven't opened a can of, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you out. I haven't opened a can of fucking Diet Coke. They've just been sitting in my fridge. So apologies for keeping it there.
Oh my God. It's over.
I overreacted. It was my bad. He thought it was something different.
It's over for me, chat.
I am now officially the woke of the day. I can't believe how the turntables, dude. How the turntables, holy shit. In any case, what was I saying? Oh, of course they support the Democratic Party.
I'm not drinking it. I'm not drinking.
The Democrats are the number one Muslim murder machine. They oversaw the ethnic cleansing of Gaza. Just yell at him on the street next time. Say the line, girl, the boycott. Yeah, girl, the boycott. Anyway.
Inevitably, there are major differences.
Never interrupt your enemy when they're
Trump's
making a mistake. My enemy.
Space and them on this issue. And Donnie, just on how all of this started was with Trump's pick for an AI advisory role. That's going to be sitting not in the West Wing, but in the building next door. And, you know, this has caused such a huge issue where Laura Loomer, we'll get into that in a moment, but was accused of posting his address online and sharing documents like that, which is why some people said was the real reason she was taken away from those things on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, a big part of the reason that this advisor in question is being targeted is because he's not white. He's Indian. You know, you can just go on to X and see the vitriol around this conversation. I mean, they try and say it's about visas and everything else, but really you do not need to scratch the surface too far just to see the level of racism and hate and just really ugly stuff that's happening on that platform. And that is in part, right, because a lot of the white supremacists and racists and others who had been suspended by Twitter for spreading hate under the previous ownership were all brought back onto the platform under Elon Musk. And so what you're having now is you have people who are also incentivized by the structure put in place in Musk to have these kind of viral posts where they pick on somebody essentially and try to get them to go viral.
And chief among them is Laura Loomer, who, for people who don't, she's not a household name. For people who don't know her, you know, she has pushed conspiracies about 9/11, even though Trump took her to the 9/11 memorial with him. She's on his campaign plane. You know, we saw her getting off of it with him earlier during the 2024 race, not that long ago. She is claiming Musk is censoring her. I heard from people who are opposed to her earlier today saying that's not what's happening here. What did happen with her account?
So yeah, Loomer has about
critical support for our beautiful
followers,
queen, our beautiful queen Laura Loomer, getting banned off of every tech platform once again.
Speaking truth to power.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
On X, she's a big voice in the MAGA world, right? As much as I think maybe a lot of establishment Republicans, even people who are close to Trump, would like to say that, you know, she doesn't have influence. She does certainly in this space. What happened over the past 24 hours is she has a verified blue badge account, which I think to a lot of people just say, so what, it's a blue badge. But what that allows her to do on the platform under Musk is it allows two things. One, it allows her to get revenue from the ads that are shown next to her posts. So that's a way that Musk has set up the platform to try and monetize it, to try and make encourage people to post more on the platform. And also she has paid subscribers on the platform. We don't know how much money she was making, but oftentimes that can go into the many, many thousands every month. So that has been taken away from her. We haven't heard from X, we haven't heard from Musk specifically, but Musk did call her out a few times during the week, essentially calling her a troll.
Yeah, I think he outright called her
He did.
at one point. Undeniably, she is. I think that everyone, if you like her or dislike her, can agree on that. Jamal, we're going to ask a House Republican in a moment about his view on this and where this stands, as Jonah was referencing, you know, whether anything can get done in Congress. We had Jared Polis, the Democratic governor of Colorado, on the program last night. He was agreeing with Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. And I heard from people after saying, you know, that's not going to help Elon as he's making his case here, with Democrats agreeing with him.
Yeah, the problem on the Republican side right now, the MAGA Republicans, is they've got three strains. The one strain is sort of the economically anxious, the people who kind of could go either way. They just want lower grocery prices, more affordable housing. They thought Trump might be the guy. You've got these ideologues like Laura Loomer who are sort of culturally anxious, right? They don't want an America that's going to become browner. They're trying to preserve kind of a white Christian heterosexual culture that.
I feel like this is a lot of words to use to just basically not say Nazi.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the Laura Loomers of the world who are culturally anxious about America becoming a maybe browner nation. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're Nazis.
Yeah.
To be clear.
They are white supremacists.
Yeah.
That's it. CNN won't call a Jewish woman a Nazi, bro. I mean, Stephen Miller is also Jewish. Are we going to act like Stephen Miller, who fucking wrote Donald Trump's white nativist anti-immigrant policies, is not a fucking Nazi? What are we doing here?
They believe is the core American culture and ought to be the one that exists. Now, Laura Loomer ignores when she says Europeans built the country. She ignores the African slaves. She ignores the Chinese immigrants who did the railroad. She ignores the people from Mexican heritage in the Southwest who worked, and then Native Americans who were here first. She ignores everyone else who was in the country. So the problem is, they've got to figure out how to Trump has got to figure out how to hold these people together. I just don't know if it's possible, because at the end of the day, the only way the country grows is if we do have more immigrants who come into the country who help populate and move the country forward, and that we make it more diverse, where we recruit and retain people from different backgrounds into these tech industries so that we can have an economy that can compete with everybody in the world.
Yeah. Well, and Jonah, on that front, we heard from Loomer earlier today saying, still pushing her position. Obviously, as I read just a moment ago, Elon Musk is very much still advocating for his, despite the immense backlash he's been facing. But listen to what Loomer said about what she plans to do with her position on this earlier.
I'm going to escalate it all the way up to President Trump. I'm going to take it to advisors, and I'm going to take it to people I know who have been appointed to cabinet positions. And I'm going to ask them, is this the type of America that we're going to be living in? Are these the campaign promises that were made to MAGA and the American people?
I mean, she does have a direct line to Trump, obviously. We've seen that. Trump has said he doesn't control her, but Elon Musk...
No, Trump didn't say that. Trump said she's a free spirit. Do you remember that?
Is that what he said?
Yes. It is the funniest fucking thing, dude. Does anyone have that clip? I have to show this to you. It's like Trump reacting to Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death level clip, I think.
Oh, it's the first time I'm hearing this. What can you say?
Who are concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer.
Free spirit.
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter of mine. She speaks very positively of the campaign. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants. She's a free spirit. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I can't tell Laura.
She's a free spirit. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. I love her. She's a free spirit.
She goes wherever the wind blows.
Yeah. I mean, come on,
I love that about her.
Come on.
She came to me in a dark dream, and her darkness covered me.
They fucked. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm in her shadow.
I've seen enough. They piped. Okay, Trump hit that.
She is an endless hunger, and I am endless desire. I made a pact with her many years ago when she came to me in a dream.
Pretty good.
Thank you. Would you watch that?
Keep up this level of comedy when you're on the Fear End podcast later today.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bitch.
You just letting random people into your house?
No.
Laura, what to do? Laura's
someone who's basically living at Mar-a-Lago, and I think that is a real question of whether or not, as you were saying, maybe it's not the full rift, but it's the start of one potentially in this scenario.
Mia Khalifa also coming on Fear End.
For sure. I think it's one rift among a bunch that will probably come down the pike as we move forward. But look, I mean, it would take a heart of stone not to laugh at this situation that they've gotten themselves into. Trump, is this classic, what do I have to do to put you in this condo today kind of salesman? And he makes promises to the Musk faction. He makes promises to the Laura Loomer faction and a bunch of other factions in between that cannot be reconciled with each other. And look, I'm much closer to Elon Musk on the policy issue here than I am, even remotely with Laura Loomer about any of this stuff. But one of the ironies of all this is that all of these people across the spectrum, they rode this populist tide in, claiming that establishment Republicans and conservative establishment and the old Reaganite crowd, the old National Review crowd, they don't know anything, and all the answers are super easy, and we know exactly what to do. And then it turns out they come in, and it turns out this stuff is really complicated. H-1B program is complicated for how you reform it, how do you expand it.
I mean, it's not that complicated. It's just, yeah, for racist people, it's not complicated. They just don't want Indians. For the bosses, it's not complicated. They don't care where the immigration is coming from. They want highly educated, skilled workers that they can replace the American workers with, the documented American workers with, because they will work for a cheaper price point, and also they will work longer hours without having the same benefits, because their status of being in the United States relies on them continuing to have gainful employment.
What do you do about chain migration? And the serious people were all pushed aside in favor of all of these populist yahoos from Steve Bannon on down. And now they're the dog that caught the car, and they don't know how to do any of this policy because they haven't done any of the legwork on it.
So Water Drop LA is a mutual aid group. The majority of our work is done on Skid Row. We go out every Sunday for about 2.5 hours and bring 2,000 gallons of water with us along with all this. And so we go to every single block in Skid Row with our volunteers and have them hand these items directly to folks. We have relationships with these people. We know them, we recognize them. We try to bring items that are specific to their needs. And so every time we see them on Sundays, it's just kind of like seeing a friend more than anything. We accept donations every single Saturday at St. Mark's Lutheran Church on Vermont Ave from 1 to 4 p.m. So we're accepting donations of winter gear, so primarily tents, blankets, jackets, things that can really help to battle hypothermia throughout the colder months. It does get into the 30s and 40s, and so we're just really looking for anything that could potentially save a life by keeping someone warm. And aside from that, you can contact us via social media platforms at Water Drop LA.
Water Drop LA, guys. Let's give them some money today, all right? If you're thinking about donating, they're a really good org. They do really good work on Skid Row.
A stunning new report shows homelessness skyrocketing across the country, fueled by a lack of affordable housing and devastating natural disasters.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell joins us now with more on the homeless numbers in Southern California. Josh.
And David and Colleen, there are some in this country who feel that homelessness is just a problem in California. But once again, HUD's numbers tell a different story. Big cities, small cities, rural communities, homelessness exists. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development releasing their nationwide homeless count for this year, taken back in January, which shows an 18.1% increase. In 2023, the country saw a 12% increase.
Also, just to be clear,
the rise driven by a lack of affordable housing, natural disasters where people lost their homes, and the migrant crisis.
Overall, the reason the numbers continue to go up is because housing becomes more,
probably 3 or 4x,
more expensive and less affordable to people. So unless that changes, meaning
I guess so.
Either housing prices are going to go down or wages for lower income Americans are going to go up, we should expect to see the number.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Homelessness?
No, I would kill you if you didn't do what?
Your end.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Cash, aid, water, or tents? No, we're not. I'm not going to go and like fucking lace unhouse people with cash like it's a fucking Mr. Beast video, dude. No, we're going.
We're
going
fights.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it in the middle.
Content pivot, guys.
So.
Oh, I was talking and they couldn't hear. Sorry.
Well, Mia Khalifa talked about you with Abby Martin and Taylor Lorenz on Abby's channel, saying you're starving off the 9 other top 10 streamers by yourself. Is you're the only non-chud streamer? Lol, that's so cool.
About you.
Yeah,
Not
how
about
does that
me.
make you feel?
What do you mean? You didn't. What do you mean? Because I sent her one message. What, are we married?
Because you're trying to hit that?
I'm not trying to hit that. I was just seeing if she wanted to hang out sometime.
Seems like you're trying to hit that.
I just wanted to see if she wanted to see Nosferatu. You know, you have a real Victorian conception of love and intimacy, Hassan. Some of us are a little more.
Why would you
woke?
Why would you try to bring her to the horniest movie of 2024?
I didn't know it was horny.
Uh-huh.
Some would say it's not a horny movie, actually. Orgasmic horror. It's about repression, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it horny?
We don't want to repeat the mistakes by also engaging in engaging in an act of starvation, trying to starve ourselves of our natural sexual desires, miss. It's a movie about sucking. Yeah, exactly. Vampire flicks are just naturally horny. It doesn't matter. You're literally sucking your victim's neck. It's hot. Nosferatu has had that faux freaky vibe. Their hearts aren't in it, to be honest.
Well, Nosferatu is like repressed. I would say Dracula is horny. They're very different.
Lolo coming for Dua Lipa.
What happened?
This is good. I'm not ready to be her husband yet. Second husband for sure. Maybe even third, depending on where I am mentally at that point.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I feel like by the second husband, where you are mentally is going to be so in the dumps that I don't even know what you will do at that point.
My mental health isn't based off of where Dua Lipa is at. Okay.
That's not what you were.
We're both on our different journeys.
That's not what you were saying last night when you were crying, holding up a picture of Dua Lipa on your phone.
That's not true. I wasn't doing that.
Why did I see you weep quietly into a pillow while we were in the midst of watching Sicario with this photo as your screensaver? As you whispered into the wind, "It should have been me."
No, I'm happy for her. It's great. Good for her.
Yeah. Okay. Because it didn't seem like you were crying at Sicario. Like it seemed like at other times you were very excited. What is this deleted Lolo tweet?
Oh man. How'd you guys catch this?
Dear everyone, hello, essa me again, your amici Luigi. Inside of here, I am become a molto triste, and on account of this, I have taken mi dolce vita. Again, I respect the feds. Ciao, Luigi.
That's pretty good, right? I always delete the heaters. You like that one?
No. You want to know why?
Why?
Because anti-Italian racism.
Oh, please.
That's why you deleted it.
This is most respectful to Italians, actually. I use original Italian language in this.
Has Lolo answered to this?
What is this? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Well, don't worry. We're good.
Incel Hassan, boomer brain, scuffed hairline, always eating, studies social science, Greek streamer, communist, popular and attractive, still can't get laid, 6'4", wears platform shoes. Chad Marat, boomer brain, but owns it, has great hairline, studied STEM, eats whatever he wants whenever, cool centrist, has actual job, Turkish streamer, non-sleeper streamer, has girlfriend, has a Porsche and a motorcycle. You can tell that this is an older meme from this community because I also have a Porsche now because, you know, Chad brother Marat has one, so I had to get one as well.
I really do love Marat.
Yeah, he's the man.
We have great convos.
And also now he's elevated in his status because he literally has a fiance. So
hell yeah,
he's left behind. Like I'm still fucking in the treacherous throes of Volseldom. Meanwhile, Marat has elevated his status as a wife guy, soon to be wife guy. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you have a good personality.
Okay, not voluntary, involuntarily celibate. Okay, there it is. You got me. Let me cope. Okay, just like this man is coping right here. This is good. I'm not even her. I'm not ready to be her husband yet. Second husband for sure. Maybe even third, depending on
reading it again.
Where I am mentally at that point. It's a banger. It's very funny.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very funny. Except you wrote it with a gun in your mouth. It's like, ha ha ha! I'm gonna kill myself. Ha ha ha! I'm happy for her. Really. Yeah.
All right, get out of here.
Uh-huh.
Stop putting my tweets in chat.
Bro got 175,000 likes on Instagram too. Man's going single-handed to get you on Rogan.
I'm doing the work.
That's funny. Are you going to stream Marat's wedding? No, you fucking freaks.
That's some Vince McMahon shit. You should do it.
That's insane. Some of you are so crazy, dude. You're too crazy for your own good, chatters. Lolo heaters. Yeah, that's why he's posting heaters recently.
Because I'm leaving the internet, guys.
Yeah,
real
okay.
soon, a couple days.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You'll miss me when I'm gone type shit. What is this?
Have I worked out with Hassan? No. No, he asked me to work out, but of course, he always says I do everything for content. This fucking guy's like, come work out. Oh, it's got to be on stream. Fuck you, you Turkish piece of shit.
That was at Bradley Martin's zoo culture. That was different. I would always work out with this man in the mornings. The problem is he's too busy getting his shit sucked sideways. Okay, every time he's like, sorry, I'm getting double sucked right now. Not a big deal. It's like, you know, my hands are full with titties, 4 titties in one hand, 4 titties in another. It's like, you know, I can't. He doesn't have time in his like busy fuck schedule to have some space for me, have some time for me. You know what I mean? It's messed up.
I'm also having a lot of sex.
Wow, that was convincing. I think at least one person out of 26,820 believe you. At least one. There's probably one guy in here that was like, yeah, that guy probably has sex. That was great.
Thank you.
Anyway, so many South Asian Republicans are totally fine with their parties racism against black people and Mexicans, but suddenly discovered they don't like it when racism is inevitably aimed at them too. Yeah, this is the ultimate, like, you're not a part of the team little bro movement. Okay, that's what it is. And it's happening in this rapid pace. But let's get back to what we were talking about originally, which is homelessness. So U.S. homelessness is apparently up 18% as affordable housing remains out of reach for many. Now, what's really interesting about this article title is that it, for the first time ever, does not deviate responsibility away from the actual vectors of pain, and directly, at least in the headline, says what the problem is. People getting priced out of the housing market. That is how people become homeless. People don't become homeless because, you know, they're bad people or they've done crimes or for a multitude of different reasons. The broadest majority of people become homeless because they are priced out of the housing market. They usually also have a job in that process as well. It just becomes increasingly more complicated to continue having a job when you are living out of your car or constantly couch surfing. And that's usually how the homelessness process works in this country and in every other country, as a matter of fact. That's precisely the reason why when there are individual home ownership rates that are higher, countries usually experience less homelessness rates. And countries and cities like Helsinki, for example, have done a really fantastic job combating homelessness with housing first policy initiatives. I remember you talking about the 3 tiers of homelessness. Yeah, that's a certified Hasanabi banger right there.
Have you read this article that was in Esquire about?
Oh yeah,
by Patrick Feely.
No, I didn't read it, but it's a homeless dude, right?
It's really, really good. I highly, highly recommend it to chat. It was in Esquire. I think it's called The Invisible Man, and it is about him living in his car, and it's incredibly sad and impactful. And I think it's a little long for us to like try to read it.
Yeah,
numbers to increase year over year.
The total number of...
Why is your left arm so much smaller than your right? Have you been working them out disproportionately? Is this a way for you to try to get me to flex? Because it worked. Fuck you mean?
Great job.
Thank you.
Looks good.
They are not disproportionate. They're very proportionate. How dare you? Good job, Chatter. You did it. Anyway, let's get back to the serious story now.
Yeah,
Holy
thank
shit.
you for flexing in the middle of the homelessness segment.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
I have to flex for subs.
You got to pay the bills.
I have to flex for subs. Now that now the business is not booming any longer, I have to do whatever the fuck I can. Please oil them up, dog. They look dry as hell. Have Lolo slash some oil on them arms. Okay, you guys, like, this is not a porno time, okay? What the fuck? How are your abs looking? They are not looking. They're not looking good. They're not looking at all. March, is this ready to rip? All right, let's can you guys put those bags in the Camry? All those bags with clothes in them while I get us ready to go on this side. Okay. You literally made Lolo change? I didn't. I think he arrived at that conclusion individually that it might not be the best idea to wear the fucking pirate shirt to Skid Row. It's in there. It's to your left. Yeah. It probably has like a flight, like that flight tag thing. Yeah, the Toyota key. Yeah. You peer pressured him, which was good because that shirt was goofy as hell. I agree. I regularly rewatch your video about the millionaire that pretended to go homeless, one of your all-time best. Thank you. Major U.S. cities would look like the Great Depression 2.0 if it wasn't for car infrastructure and parking space nowadays. Too many people living in cars. This is such a funny way to say that car-reliant infrastructure is actually good. Here's the silver lining of car-reliant infrastructure. Here's the silver lining of car-reliant infrastructure. Homeless people get to have a place to live in instead of the street. Dress very casual, not a time for fashion girly looks. What do you mean? I am dressed very casual. Take your Porsche to Skid Row. We're not. We're taking the Camry. But I mean, for 2 reasons. One, because I think it's definitely a weird look if I was to fucking roll up to Skid Row in a Porsche. And secondly, it doesn't have enough trunk space anyway for all the shit that we are bringing over there. So anyway, why are you going to Skid Row? Because why you think? Because we want to help people. That's it. That's the reason. And we want to humanize homeless people, especially at a time when homelessness is surging and violent acts against homeless people are also surging. And a lot of that comes from dehumanization and people refusing to recognize that these are real people who are victims of the oppressive structures that we all exist under, and that many of you are closer to them. Many of you are closer to them than you are to the likes of Elon Musk, myself included. Other billionaires are closer to homelessness than they are closer to Elon Musk. So yeah, as the eminent house owner, socialism is when no house. So we're gonna go visit real socialists. Would you ever consider starting a co-op that owns homeless shelters across America to combat the issue? No. No. Do you want to know why? No, because do you understand how unimaginably difficult of a task that is? Like, I would have to drop everything else that I'm doing to basically fucking try to solve the homelessness crisis individually by operating a cooperative corporation that runs homeless shelters. Anyway, yeah. It's like, no, I'm going to go there to tell them that they need to pick up themselves by their bootstraps. All right, let's keep running this video.
Those homeless in the U.S. is at 770,000, according to HUD's report. And among the most concerning trends, a 40% rise in family homelessness. This is fueled by migrants arriving in big cities.
Homelessness.
Oh my God, that part is also fucking crazy. That's what the Biden admin said. The homelessness crisis is because of immigrants. Yeah. Literally, only my stupid comments like, take your Porsche, get traction. My brain is big, guys. The fuck? Well, say bigger brain shit then.
Is a national problem. It doesn't just exist in big cities. Of course, how cities respond to it will make it look differently. So in places like New York, they may have more shelter and you'll see less people visibly on the streets.
Although California has the nation's largest homeless population, last year Los Angeles saw a drop of 5% in unsheltered homelessness.
We want to blame government and we want to throw rocks at politicians, but in a city in LA County, we are doing the right things. We're bringing people off the streets, we're putting them into safe shelters, and then we're making permanent supportive housing available. We need to double down on that because we've just started to see the ship turn, and we can see the other side where we can live in a city without folk who are unsheltered on the streets. But I think it's going to need to be a model for our whole country.
And compared to every other state, California saw a reduction in the number of veterans and youth experiencing homelessness.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. And download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
A Supreme Court ruling earlier this year gives local governments the authority to ban people from sleeping and camping in public places. Critics say the ruling does nothing to solve the homelessness crisis. In tonight's Eye on America, CBS's Adam Yamaguchi takes us to Los Angeles, where the mayor has launched a program that could provide a long-term solution.
This is Coley King's mobile exam room.
We want to be there for them.
4 days a week in Los Angeles, the street doctor with the Venice Family Clinic makes house calls to those without homes.
We saw you, and really the last time was 2021. And then after that, we kind of lost track, we lost contact, so here you are.
53-year-old Melissa is one of more than 45,000 people experiencing homelessness in the city of Los Angeles.
There are patients that suffer from very serious medical illnesses. There are patients that have schizophrenia, have HIV. So I think there's urgency from everyone to solve this.
Nearly half of all Americans living on the streets are here in California, where there was roughly one shelter bed for every 3 people who needed one last year.
It's time to move with urgency at the local level to clean up these sites.
Earlier this year, leaders like California Governor Gavin Newsom were empowered to take action in clearing encampments after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that cities could ban people from sleeping outside.
There are no longer any excuses.
Easy to say, perhaps, but the reality is more complicated.
The goal has got to be to solve the problem.
Karen Bass is the mayor of Los Angeles.
Our problem here is we don't have enough housing. We need to build. We need to purchase buildings.
And that's where she's focused, getting people off the streets and into shelter that up until now did not exist. She's doing it by leveraging empty motels and city-owned properties with the goal of moving people indoors urgently and clearing encampments permanently.
You don't solve anything by clearing an encampment and just moving them to the next street.
So far, since 2022, her Inside Safe program has brought more than 3,000 people indoors from over 60 encampments. and the city has seen a drop in street homelessness.
All right, Chad.
This area right here.
We're moving out. We're moving out. We'll let these videos play for a little bit. But how do you full screen? Is it F11? All right, there it is. But we'll see you on the other side. Okay, we're gonna be going to purchase some tarps and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
Damn, this guy's good.